Hi! Salamat pala sa pag-suggest mo ng topic na to. Kaya naman, eto na siya! Hey guys, welcome back to another InfoVlog. And if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and of course, press mo na yung notification bell para naman updated ka sa lahat ng mga bago kong uploads. And by the way, my name is Raymond, ang inyong Pinoy nurse here in Ireland. So ang pag-usapan natin guys ngayon is all about my clinical adaptation experience dito sa Ireland. As I've mentioned before guys, prerequisite talaga to ng NMBI bago ka maging registered. So it's either you take the RCSI, ito yung aptitude test na tinatawag, or you take the clinical adaptation. Now, it depends on your employer kung ano yung papatake nila sa inyo. In my case, I took the clinical adaptation. Just a quick overview, ano bang difference ng RCSI sa clinical adaptation? Pag sinabi kasing RCSI, ito yung parang revalida sa Pilipinas. Naalala niyo ba yun nung around second year college tayo sa nursing course, meron tayong revalida, di ba? Ito yung parang may mga stations and all that. Ganun din yung aptitude test or yung RCSI. May theory and also they have their practical exam afterwards. Once you pass the RCSI, magiging registered nurse ka na kagad dito sa Ireland. No need to take the clinical exposure or clinical adaptation for that matter. However guys, this is quite very expensive. It amounts around 2,800 euros and you can only take it twice guys. So after that, wala na, uwi ka na ng Pilipinas. However guys, itong 2,800, sometimes your employer will ask you to pay this upfront. Tapos kapag pumasa ka na and register ka na, i-refund naman nila sa iyo, which is okay. So kailangan, you really have to prepare for this aptitude test. Let's talk about the clinical adaptation. So as I've mentioned guys, ang clinical adaptation is required for you to be registered sa NMBI. This runs for around 6 to 12 weeks guys. And also guys, ang clinical adaptation is being governed by the NMBI policies and procedures. Now this is being done to some selected hospitals guys. It doesn't mean na doon ka na-hire, doon ka din mag-clinical adaptation because not every hospitals are authorized to perform clinical adaptation. Especially if you will be hired in a nursing home, wala namang clinical adaptation sa nursing home. Usually, you will be asked to go to a teaching hospital or any hospital that has the authority to do the clinical adaptation. By the way guys, ang clinical adaptation will be started once you have the decision letter. In our hospital, we are just fortunate kasi yung overseas staff facilitator namin or yung overseas placement coordinator namin is a Filipina. Kaya alam mo na mabusisi, ok, yung mga ganon. Yung mga kabatch ko sa clinical adaptation, we are very diverse. Different nationalities guys. We have Indians, Filipinos, American, we have Nigerian as well. So different nationalities. Maganda experience din yung guys kasi in one room, there's a pool of different people, different cultures, kaya ang sarap din ng mga conversations namin. So everything will start guys with an induction. Ano ba itong induction? This is like an orientation phase. So syempre, ipapakilala yung hospital sa inyo, yung mga policies and procedures nila, security, yung mga badges, the uniforms, medical management, mga fire and safety, introduction to your workplace, may tour din dyan, etc. So I had my induction in October 2019. That was last year. And it's for 2 weeks guys. You know what guys, ganun din ba kayo kapag bago kayo sa isang unit guys or bago kayo sa isang company, gustong-gusto nyo yung may orientation kasi at that time, hindi pa kayo mag-duty. Diba? So ganun din ako, excited din ako pag ganyan. Now it is also mandatory guys na tapusin mo yung mga required HCC land courses because those courses are required for you to finish the clinical adaptation guys. So ano ba tong HCC land courses guys? Ang aim kasi guys is to systematize the nursing practice dito sa Ireland. Kailangan lahat ng mga nurses sa bawat ospital ay iisa lang yung practice. So sa HCC land, meron siyang mga GDPR, ito yung data protection regulation, aseptic non-touch technique, hand hygiene, infection control, and a lot more guys. So kailangan natin tapusin yung mga yon. So nangyari sa akin guys, in-email na kagad sa amin yung mga HCC land courses that is required within the adaptation. So ang ginawa ko na yun sa Pilipinas bago pa ako nakapunta ng Ireland. So para makapag-login ka doon, you just need to visit hccland.ie. So para ka lang gumagawa ng account mo sa Facebook. So after ng 2 weeks induction guys, dito na mag-start yung clinical placement natin. However, for example ako, na-hire ako sa high dependency unit. It is not necessarily na kung saan ka na-hire na unit or post, doon ka mag-clinical adaptation. It depends na rin sa mga teaching hospital for how many weeks they will require for you to have the clinical placement. So sa case ng hospital namin, ang ginawa nila 4 weeks clinical placement. So 2 weeks in one ward and then 2 weeks in another ward. So bakit may ganon? So ang aim kasi ng hospital namin is for us to have an idea then dun sa practice ng mga ward na hindi mo pupuntahan. Like ako guys, HDU staff ako. So nilagay ako for first 2 weeks sa high dependency unit and then the remaining 2 weeks guys, nilagay ako sa scheduled care ward. So usually naman guys, ilalagay ka dun sa ward na related din sa department mo. Not all procedures or not all paperwork will be used sa department na pupuntahan mo. So iba pa rin kapag may idea ka on how it is. Same pa rin as per your contract, 39 hours per week ka mag-work. Sure guys, kasi may salary tayo dyan. As I've mentioned before, we are considered pre-reg or yung pre-registration nurses. So, may salary tayong entry level. So, ano ba naging experience ko dun sa clinical placement ko? So, sa first 2 weeks guys, sa high dependency unit ako. So, it is a step down of ICU. At na-realize ko guys talaga kung saan ka mang parte ng mundo, may Pilipino ka makikita. Kasi sa high dependency units guys, there's a lot of Pinoy. Interesting. And hindi rin ako nahirapan because alam niyo naman ang Filipinos are known to be very helpful to their fellow men. And what's good sa high dependency unit guys kasi computerized documentation siya and then 1:2 nurse-patient ratio maximum lang, and we have our staff development facilitators. Ito yung mga parang clinical instructor. So lahat ng policies and procedures and all the things that you have to know, i-discuss nila yan sa unit mo. And after 2 weeks sa high dependency unit, I was transferred to scheduled care ward. So ang scheduled care ward, ito yung parang day surgery unit. Patients come and go, ang bilis ng transition sa unit na to guys. And dito, mas ma-appreciate mo yung communication sa mga pasyente because you're going to assess them. So gagawin mo yung nursing assessment and then prepare the patient for contemplated procedure for that day. And then after theater, they will come back to you and then mag-check na naman ng vital signs and all that. And then afterwards, discharge mo na sila. So in total guys, we had 2 weeks of induction, ito yung orientation, 4 weeks of clinical placement. So in total guys, ang clinical adaptation namin lasted for 8 weeks. As per NMBI guys, is 6 to 12 weeks, di ba? So sa amin, 8 weeks in total. Now, tatanungin niyo ako, may bumabagsak ba sa clinical adaptation? To answer your question, let's put it into context. Sa batch namin guys, walang bumagsak. However, there are nurses who extended their clinical adaptation. Tandaan natin guys, 6 to 12 weeks to. Target ng overseas staff facilitator is to finish the adaptation guys within 8 weeks. So nangyari, sa nurse na yun, he extended more than the 8 weeks. However guys, meron talaga mga cases na bumabagsak. Naalala ko nga yung kwento ng facilitator, bumagsak yung isang nurse, hindi naman Pinoy guys, kasi yung sa communication, parang hindi niya ma-express yung sarili niya. Also, yung nursing practice is kind of poor. Number 1 guys is your uniform. Hindi ko lang alam sa ibang mga teaching hospital how they want the uniform for the adaptation nurses to look like. White tunic, ito yung parang white clinical uniform, and then black or navy blue pants, and black shoes. So yun yung sa amin. So ang ginawa ko guys, pumunta ako ng Baclaran, nagpatahi lang ako ng tunic doon. Though pwede ka naman bumili yung mga white uniform lang, or if you still have yung mga uniform niyo from college, okay din yun. But you have to verify guys dun sa hospital na pupuntahan nyo for clinical adaptation kung ano bang uniform ang required nila. So secondly guys, yung mga paraphernalias ninyo. Ano-ano ba to? Yung mga tickler, yung mga pen ninyo, yung mga torch ninyo, and anything na ginagamit nyo usually for study or if you're having your duty guys. So okay yan. Number 3 guys, yung handbooks. Sa case namin, we were given 2 handbooks. Number 1 is yung NMBI handbook. This is very important guys kasi nandito yung assessment ng inyong mga facilitators or yung mga assessor. So nandun yung ititik nila. Doon nakabase guys if you were competent enough to be registered as a nurse dito sa Ireland. Sa mga wards na pupuntahan nyo guys, you will be evaluated with your performance, with your attitude, with your nursing knowledge, etc. And the second handbook guys, this is like the evidence book kasi nandito lahat ng experiences mo. Kaya siya tinawag na evidence book kasi kapag nag-ask ng NMBI ng proof about your clinical adaptation, ito yung ipapasa ng hospital to them. Well, nandito yung attendance sheet mo, nandito yung mga reflection mo, daily reflection, and also may tinatawag tayong mga domains na kailangan mo i-complete. So may mga essay writing doon and all that. May medication review pa dito kasi you will be required to list down yung mga medications na na-encounter mo sa unit and then you're gonna do a review for that. Yung mga action, side effects, etc. The next thing guys is food. Pwede ka magbaon sa clinical exposure mo guys. However, may mga tea room naman na tinatawag dito kung saan may mga libreng kape, libreng tsaa, may mga bread din, and also mga spread, butter, mga ganyan. But you can have your own food guys. That's okay. You need also guys a lot of patience and eagerness to work. Sabi nga nila, be assertive all the time. However guys, you have to understand na hindi ka estudyante. You are a pre-registered nurse. So don't act like a student, act enough as a nurse na hindi ka magmumukhang arrogante, all-knowing, mayabang, or whatnot. Okay? So, chill ka lang guys. Huwag ka masyadong pabibong. Pag-initan ka. Sige. It is also important guys for you to be mindful of the limitations. May scope of practice tayong tinatawag dito. Dahil pre-registered ka, hindi ka pa makakapag-IV insertion, makakapag-give ng IV medications, don't hesitate to ask. Okay lang magtanong guys. It doesn't make you less of a person. Mas okay na nagtatanong tayo guys kaysa nagmamarunong. You have to go back guys to the basic nursing principles. I've mentioned earlier guys, may mga procedures tayo that we have to be aligned with the policy ng hospital. However, kailangan nandun pa rin yung basic nursing principle natin. Like hand hygiene, decontamination, vital sign checking guys, formal values of this and that, and many more. Kailangan baunin mo lahat dyan. So after ng clinical adaptation mo guys, and your preceptor signed you off that you are competent enough para maging registered nurse ka dito, ang gagawin ng hospital or ng teaching hospital ay sasubmit na nila yung application mo to NMBI para maging registered nurse ka dito sa Ireland. So after a week or so, you're gonna receive your registration. So, nandun na yung PIN na tinatawag. That is the most awaited thing ng mga nurses dito, guys. Kapag may PIN ka na, yes! It's time to celebrate, guys. You are RGN already. Registered General Nurse. Congratulations! So that's about it guys. Na-share ko lang sa inyo yung clinical adaptation story ko. So I hope nakatulong ako sa inyo at nakapagbigay ng information about what to expect kapag nag-undergo ka ng clinical adaptation. And once again guys, thank you for watching this video and please don't forget to like and share this video sa inyong mga friends and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel para naman lumago tayo guys and of course to reach more nurses. So, I'll see you again soon. Peace.